Welcome to this captivating documentary as we bring to your doorstep a very interesting spectrum of a country called Zambia. Zambia, its diversity, culture, and natural resources. Zambia, officially the Republic of Zambia, is a landlocked country at the crossroads of Central, Southern, and East Africa. Its neighbors are the Democratic Republic of the Congo to the north, Tanzania to the northeast, Malawi to the east, Mozambique to the southeast, Zimbabwe to the south, Botswana to the southwest, Namibia and Angola to the west. This landlocked country was formerly called Northern Rhodesia from 1911 to 1964 when she got her independence from the British rule in October 1964. The name Zambia was derived from the Zambezi River. The modern Zambia once was habited by the Khoisan and Batwa people until 300 AD when the migrating Bantu began to settle in the area. Due to Zambia's location at the crossroads of Central Africa, Southern Africa and the African Great Lakes, the history that constitute modern Zambians is the history of these three regions. Today, modern Zambian culture is a combination of beliefs, some social norms, and material and spiritual traditions with over 70 ethnic groups. Zambian culture is highly diversified. Each cultural group is acknowledged and celebrated each year in colorful festivals. We shall dissect the diverse culture of Zambia in these various aspects. Number 1. Cultural arts and crafts. Crafts can be bought in a great variety or else in abundance. Zambia is among the finest basketry in Africa. The financial state of the majority of the crafts makers growing of fishing, livestock or even farming. Craft work is usually carried out between seasons to supplement the earnings from these other major income earning activities. Zambia's crafts products include lampshades, furniture, shopping and laundry baskets. The many forms and resources chosen reveal the settings in which they are made, varying from bamboo, vines, reeds, grasses, brushes, palm leaves bark, and sisal. They are created with remarkable designs, working with local dyes made from distinct shaded soils, roots, tree barks, and leaves. The range of uses of basketry is usually wide. Tableware, fishing. They are created with remarkable designs, working with local dyes made from distinct shaded soils, roots, tree barks, and leaves. The range of uses of basketry is usually wide. Tableware, fishing traps, flower vases, beer strainers, sleeping and eating mats, carrying and storage baskets, and others. It is the men that usually do the woodworking and also carving to form canoes, walking sticks, utensils, masks, as well as furniture. Nevertheless, due to urbanization and specific developments, most of this craft has been replaced by modern productions, but has been conserved in the country's museums, for example, the Lusaka National Museum. Number 2, music and dance. The traditions and culture of people are mostly seen and experienced by the local play and dance, and Zambia is not an exception. Traditional Zambian music is characterized by a lot of singing and dancing. The instrument that is played more than any other is the drum, which takes on a significant part in rituals, ceremonies, celebrations, and local communication. The silimba, the xylophone-type instrument with a spectrum of flat wooden keys attached to cords. The xylophone-type instrument with a spectrum of flat wooden keys attached to cords. This music is followed by unique dancing steps by the women and men expressing their emotions. Today, Zambia's music is a mixture of tradition, African, Western, and contemporary sounds with influences from Zambia's different traditional groups, music from other African countries such as the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Africa, and music from Jamaica and American genres. Number 3, cultural attires. Mostly, Zambians are more likely to be dressed in chitenge wear-made attires, either tied around the body or sewn into styles. Number 4, festivals or traditional ceremonies of Zambia. Zambian culture is highly diverse with approximately 73 ethnic groups, all of which have unique traditional ceremonies. Each cultural group is acknowledged and celebrated each year in colorful festivals. These ceremonies celebrate harvests or reenact parts of the tribe's history. They are held throughout the year and are free for any Zambian to attend regardless of tribe. The popular ceremonies in the Zambian culture are Kuomboka, Mchwala, Umtomboko, while the rest are less popular. Kuomboka is a word in the Lozi language that means to get out of water. In today's Zambia, it is applied to a traditional ceremony that takes place at the end of the rainy season when the Upper Zambezi River floods the plains of the western province of Zambia. The festival celebrates the move of the Litunga, the king of the Lozi people, from his compound located in Barotse floodplains of the Zambezi River to Limulunga on higher ground. The ceremony is preceded by heavy drumming of the royal Maoma drums, which echoes around the royal capital the day before Kuomboka, announcing the event. Number 5. Zambia's unique norms and beliefs. Certain norms are peculiar to the Zambians. They have been practiced only by Zambians and have a very significant influence on the beliefs. These norms can also be referred to as the customs of the people of Zambia. One of the unique customs of the Zambians that has a tangible influence in their norms is their unique love for afternoon tea at 4 p.m. Zambia, as a British colony, was also influenced by their social lives. One of those things they emulated was the love for afternoon tea. In Zambia, 4 p.m. tea is called 16 hours and usually consists of tea with fritters, round dough balls which are fried in hot oil or either with bread or biscuits. It will also interest you to know that the Zambians have a unique way of showing respect to their in-laws. In Zambian culture, a woman must wear a chitenge, a decorated print clothing wrapper, in the presence of their in-laws to show respect. She is also expected to serve traditional Zambian food to the in-laws. This is among the unique norms that are exceptional only for Zambia in the ways of showing respect to the elders. Also, Zambia has a unique way of greeting. When greeting or serving food or beverages to elders, younger people usually kneel. It is also considered rude to speak when elders are speaking unless directly addressed. It is considered rude to accept anything with the left hand, even if it is given with a left hand by an elder. More interesting, food rejection is considered to be disrespectful as a guest when you are offered a meal. According to the Zambian culture, it is disrespectful to reject a meal even if a meal has already been eaten before the visit. It is also considered rude not to finish a meal, as most traditional meals in Zambia are served buffet style. The visitor should pick only food they can finish. Pre-wedding buffet. Pre-wedding buffet is strictly to the culture of Zambia. It is expected that a man that is about to get married is treated to a pre-wedding buffet by his future wife's male relatives. The ceremony is called Ichilanga Mulilo, which is from the Bemba tribe of northern Zambia and directly translates to show the fire, alluding to the fact that most of the meals prepared are done on charcoal or firewood instead of a stove. The pre-wedding buffet consists of traditional foods that the groom can expect to be served in his matrimonial home. The cooking of the food takes place at the bride's relative's house and is carried to the groom's relative's house, usually accompanied by traditional drummers and singers. The final and most important unique aspect of this remarkable country are the Zambian people themselves. The country is home to 72 different ethnic groups and languages, all of whom have diverse cultural traits and traditions. One thing they do have in common, they are all one big family and very welcoming. Zambians are famous for their own special brand of hospitality, as well as the pride they take in their Zambian identity. Wherever you go in Zambia, you will meet people who will go out of their way to leave you with a positive impression and make you feel at home. Number 6. Zambia's unique natural resources, wildlife, and attractions. Let's take mention of the Zambezi River, country derives its name from. The majestic Victoria Falls, one of the world wonders found in Zambia. one of its important natural resources, and the national parks overflowing with wildlife. Visit vast lakes that seem to touch the stars and engage with the vast peoples of different ethnic groups, cultures, and languages. Together, they make up the intricately woven fabric of this remarkable country. To visit Zambia is to begin a love affair that will never be exhausted and unlike any you have ever experienced before. For all the words man has used in his attempt to describe the Victoria Falls, none are able to do this incredible wonder justice. You have to see it for yourself. Maybe you might have a description of this marvel. Livingstone Town, once Zambia's capital on the Zambian side of the falls, has become a center of attention for discerning adventure tourists. Get the thrill from the Devil's Pool at the edge of the Victoria Falls. Cruise down with the powerful rackets in the gorge in a white water raft. Bungee jump from the historic Victoria Falls Bridge or fly over the falls on a flight of angels. Whatever activity you choose, you will be left with unique appreciation for sheer might of nature. Kafue National Park is among the biggest in Africa and is home to more than 130 species of mammals and more than 400 bird species. Kafue National Park is among the biggest in Africa and is home to more than 130 species of mammals and more than 400 bird species. You can enjoy wildlife from a different perspective on a boat cruise or while canoeing or walking safari for sheer density of game. South Luangwa National Park is second to none. It certainly lives up to its nickname as Valley of the Leopard. The stunning Liuwa Plains play host to the world's second largest wild beast migration. The stunning Liuwa Plains play host to the world's second largest wild beast migration. Herein are the most striking visitors you will see anywhere in Africa. At Kasanka National Park, you can view the largest mammal migration in the world. When each November, literally millions of flying bats cover the skyline as the sun sets in search of the fruiting wild fruit called the masuku. Zambia's bodies of water are as abundant as its wildlife. Of all these landmarks, Zambia has more water than any other country in Africa. With all the long meandering rivers, some of which are interrupted by waterfalls that are only merely surpassed by the Victoria Falls. Then Zambia has the lakes, from the vast remote Lake Tanganyika far in the north of the country, which is one of Africa's Great Lakes, to Lake Kariba, Africa's biggest man-made lake. Kariba is an increasingly popular beach holiday destination. And if you want to experience the best natural hot bath in life, visit the incredible Kapisha Hot Springs. Zambia, the true, unique, and friendly experience of the African continent.